Welcome to the new episode of PCS Practical. In this session, I'm going to discuss about the basic functionality of Windows operating system. So, in this session, I'm going to discuss about the taskbar. Let's see the taskbar functionality in detail. The taskbar pane, which is available on your desktop, on the bottom of the desktop area, the blue color horizontal bar or the line you can find on the bottom area of your desktop screen. So that will be the taskbar. On the taskbar you will have left hand side start button, and the right hand side normally it shows the timing and the date. Let's see in detail. Taskbar, uh, whenever any program you open, or we can say any program runs in your computer, right? So basically it shows the active window icon on your taskbar. So if you want to minimize that application to access another application or the file, so that will be minimized on the taskbar. You can also restore from the taskbar. So let's see. When window is active, that means if you are currently working right now, I'm working with this PDF uh, application, and this is PCS note file is open, right? So this is my taskbar. See, this horizontal bar is my taskbar, and it shows currently 3 to 4 programs are active, right? If I'll press Alter and Tab, so you can find the currently 5 programs are there. So continuously I am pressing Alter key, and then after I'll press Tab one time, second time, third time, so it navigates all the current activated program. Let's say out of 5 program I want to work with this file, so I'll just release the keys, so that makes open that file. So it shows the currently activated the open files or the programs, right? So you can access it from the taskbar. So that's the shortcut key, or else if you want you can directly click on that folder, so that will open up the window. Again, if you click on the folder, it will again restore, I mean minimize and restore option. So when window is active, it's that's on the taskbar button, it's highlighted. So clicking on the taskbar button minimize the window. That means the window is disappear from the desktop. Minimizing a window doesn't close it or delete its content, but it's like temporarily inactive because you want to work with some other file, right? So your computer provides you the multitasking functionality, so at same time you can do the multiple task at a time. Let's say you are working with a Word file, you can also play the music, and at the backend area you can set up some application. So multiple tasks you can do simultaneously. You can copy it, some files from one folder to other folder, so copying process is also simultaneously works. So it's a multitasking process. At same time you can do more than one task, right? So minimizing a window doesn't close it or delete its content, it temporarily removes it from your desktop screen. In the picture below, the calculator is minimized. Yes, in the picture below, the calculator is minimized but not closed. Right here you can see the calculator, and this is one of the game. So two applications are uh, currently running on your desktop, but this game is currently activated and calculator is deactivated, you can say, right? So you can tell that it's running because it has button on the taskbar. Minimizing a calculator leaves only its taskbar button visible. You can also minimize the window by clicking on the minimize button. So this is this line, right, the kind of underscore symbol is the minimize button, right? So upper right corner of the window. So this is the minimize button, right, to minimize the program, right? If you click on this icon, again you can restore your program. To restore the minimize window, click its taskbar button. For more information about this button, you can working with this window. See the preview of your open window. When you move your mouse pointer to the taskbar button, a small picture appears that shows the miniature version of the corresponding window. This preview, also called a thumbnails, is especially useful, and if one of your window has video or animation playing, you'll see it playing in the preview. See, suppose this is like a thumbnail, right? So whatever available in this folder, you can see it. If you move your mouse to over to that thumbnail, you can open up that folder, we can say, right? Similarly, like this is my browser and this is my PDF. I'll move over the mouse to that thumbnail so that I can access this file again back. Let's see the notification area. On the right hand side, you will have the notification area. At the far right of the taskbar includes a clock and the group of the icon. It look like this, right? It shows in the picture. The notification area at the far right of the taskbar. This icon communicates the status of something on your computer or provides access to certain settings. Let's say if you access a pen drive, right? So your computer immediately notify you if you attach your pen drive into your computer. So from this area, your computer notify you, right? So it's a notification area. If something goes wrong suddenly, if you want to restart your PC or something, some updates is required to your Windows, right? So it will gives you the notification, a kind of the message, right? So computer gives the message to the user through this notification area. So this icon communicate the status of the something on your computer, provide access to certain settings. The set of icon you see depends on your program or the services you have installed and how your computer manufacturer set up your computer. So it depends. Right now in the image you can find 4 icon, but here I have more than 4 icon because I have set up my notification area like that. You can also set up your notification area. When you move your pointer to the particular icon, you will see the icon names. Let's say I'll move the mouse over to this charging or plug-in icon, so you can get the message regarding the charging option. For example, pointing to the volume icon shows the current volume level of your computer. Pointing to the network icon display the information about whether you are connected to the network, the connection speed and the signal strength. Double clicking an icon in the notification area usually opens the program or setting associated with it. For example, double clicking the volume icon open the volume control. Let's say I'm going to double click on this volume icon, so you can control your volume, minimize, maximize, right? So that's it. Occasionally the icon notification area will display a small pop-up window called a notification to notify about something. For example, after adding a new hardware device your computer, you might see this, that let's say this is like if you attach your pen drive to the computer, the USB input is USB input device installed successfully. So this is the notification message. So this icon to show the hidden icon, the notification area, to click show hidden icon button to display all the icons in the notification area. To customize the taskbar, there are many ways to customize your taskbar to suit your preferences. For example, you can move the entire taskbar to the left side, right side, or the top of your screen, right? So make taskbar larger, have windows automatically hide it and you are not using it. So for any settings, I mean for any icon, you have to just right click on it and you have to just access the property. So you can set up your taskbar settings like this way, like you're locking the taskbar, or many options are there, you can try it. The next topic, that is the disk defragmentation. The disk defragmentation is a utility in Microsoft Windows designed to increase the access speed by rearranging a file stored on a disk to occupy the continuous storage location. A technique called a defragmentation. The defragmenting a disk minimizes the head travel, which reduces the time it takes to read the file from and write file to disk. And disk defragmenter also reduce the system startup time. So basically the disk defragmentation is to reduce the unnecessary space. Suppose if you have deleted the file from the particular location, so at that moment that space, I mean the file is deleted from that location, but that space which is the location you have stored your file, that space is becomes idle. So you can free up that space using this defragmentation, right? So that helps your computer to work faster. So let's see the method 1. Use the property of your local disk. Open my computer, right click on the local disk volume that you want to defragment and then click property. On the tool tab, click defragment now. So this is the disk defragment window. I'll show you how to access it. Right click on your my computer, open your my computer. So I'll just open my computer. This is a computer. Right click on your drive, on the tools tab and click property. Okay, so right click and open property, and from the property, this is the tools tab, and from the tools tab we have this defragmentation. So I'll click on the defragment now option, so that will open up the defragmenter window. this is the dialog box. If you want, I can defragment. Let's say I'll press analyze my disk, but it takes time to analyze. It's currently running with the C program, I mean C drive. Let's see, I have also taken up the screenshot. This is the C drive defragmenter window. It shows that, see, the originally the space of this, the entire C drive, right? So this white color area is the free space area. From that location I have deleted file, and right now it's idle, and after defragmenting, right, I can free up my this much space, right? So this is the red color. You can find that fragmented file, continuous file, unmovable file is the green color, so you can't move it. It's like this is the idle space, so you can shift your file here, right? So that is the actual task of the disk defragmentation. So that's it for today. So in this session I have discussed about the functions of the taskbar and the disk defragmentation. Thanks for watching my video. We'll meet soon in the next session.